Hey everyone, Zwambi here. I know this is a little bit different than last time because I'm actually in VR this time, but I thought for the topic that we're discussing today, I should change it up. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to get stronger in Zenith, how to make your account stronger, have more damage, just play better, everything that there is to need to know so that you can be at your best. So one of the main things when it comes to growing your account, making it stronger, is leveling up. And leveling up allows you access to new zones, fast travels, new armors, new weapons, everything. It allows you to have higher stats, right? So a huge thing when it comes to making sure you're strong enough for content is actually the crafting mechanics in the game. You see, when crafting armor and weapons at the unique rarity, it will be stronger than a lot of the weapons and armor that you find from killing monsters. So, for some of you, your strategy might have been just killing monsters and grabbing the loot, and just whatever you get from there is what you use. However, that is not really the most efficient way to do it. Especially if you were doing events, you should have way more than enough materials to craft yourself some unique weapons. For example, right here, I have a level 32 unique Tidekeeper sword. It does 392 damage, right? I go to this one, it's uncommon, 336. I got this uncommon one off a drop. I made this unique myself with my bare hands. I crafted it through the fire and the flames. It also comes with a secondary stat there, which you see increases defense and increases critical power and chance. I cannot speak. Where on the uncommon, it only has increased defense. I think that's random, and you can get whatever on any types of gear. However, those do add up, and those do help you with dealing more damage and taking more hits. Next up, you want to make sure you have armor. Now, I don't recommend you entirely craft armor, because crafting armor can be a lot. And I mean, it can cost a lot of resources, and I don't think it is efficient. I think it's way better to just use the armor that you get from enemies, unless you're having a tough time with, say, the Pirate King. But as you see here, I have a purple level 29, 178 armor. And these blue, the unique, 162. It is a huge difference. These are actually stronger than the level 32 boots I was wearing earlier. This tells you anything. These weapons that you craft and the armor that you can craft will last you for levels like way on than what you've crafted them for. You might have crafted this sword at level 30. It can last you until level 36. And that's 6 whole levels that you do not need to craft or grind a weapon for. So the third thing I want to talk about is actually the cooking side of things. Now, some people are just like, cooking, boring, I don't want to do that mini game. But when you look at the benefits you get from cooking, just from eating these rosemary noodles, which you can pick up off of enemies, I get 800 health for 15 minutes. That can be 2 or 3 more hits from a boss, where I have more chances to turn the fight around in my favor. So you saw how the rosemary noodles gave me HP. This dragon fruit smoothie would increase my crit chance. That's more damage. The difference in battle, if you're having a tough time on a boss, could just be a few, like 30 minutes of just gathering a few items. So in order to unlock most of these recipes, you have to do Brim's quests. He's in the main area. They'll be like, go and plant these carrots for me or some shit. Eventually, when you have all the recipes, you know exactly what you need to gather around the map. And it makes life a lot easier for gathering. Believe me, once you have a stockpile of food, you will never need to cook again in your life. Alright, so this is the main part of the video. This is what's important. Now you may be looking at this and saying, Zwambi, I already know what the fuck this is, move on. But if you're the one that's like, I don't know what this is, I can explain it for you. So your godstones are your skills in any MMORPG. They're very customizable, and you get to choose whichever ones you want to use based on how you like to play. There's a big mistake I see a lot of players making right now. A lot of players in the game right now are actually rushing to level 40. Now I can tell you why that is a bad idea right now. Godstones do not, in this current build of the game, I repeat again, in this current build of the game at the time of recording, they do not level up when you reach level 40, and that is because at level 40, you do not gain any more XP. So all of the Godstones that are specific to your subclass, me being a DPS, my ultimate, the Omni Strike, would not level up on any of these other subclasses, and it would stay the same exact level that I have it when I reach level 40. That is one of the big reasons that you see me at level 33 right now. So I'm going to repeat this again. Do not rush to level 40 unless you are okay with your Godstones staying the level that they will be when you are at level 40. But if you like to min-max, and you're like me, or if you just want to know how you can get the biggest damage out of your Godstones, I'll tell you right now. So you see how these are all different rarities. I'm sure if you've played for long enough, you realize there's different rarities. If you do not know, you can click on this, and all of the godstones that you've picked up for that specific godstone, if you click on them, it'll show all the different rarities you have. Blue is, it goes gray, green, blue, light blue, and then I think purple is legendary. I don't know exactly because I've never gotten a legendary, but I know how to get one. I've just been very unlucky. So the reason why you want to make sure you're always on the highest rarity that you have is because if you see here, there's major and minor upgrades. Every time you level up your godstone, it will gain a point right there, and you'll see the amount of XP that is required to level it up. Every single time you get a point, you can input it into the major or minor upgrades. If you're green, you only have minor upgrades, but once you're blue, you get to major upgrades. Do note, I think it is best to get the major upgrade first, or save for it first, because it will give you the hugest boost to that skill. The reason why godstones, I think, are worth not leveling up right now is because if you look at these minor upgrades, these are just the minor upgrades, not even the major upgrades. Just by adding 1 point, it will reduce the resource cost of this ability by 13%. So instead of something costing 100 mana, it'll now only cost 87. Now you might not think that's huge, but in the moment of battle, as your mana is gaining passively, as you're fighting, that could be a huge difference. It could mean 1 or 2 attacks. Now you may be saying, this is great and all, but how do I go about getting better godstones? Well, the answer is really, really simple in this game. To get better godstones, all you have to do is kill boss enemies. That giant snake in the beginning area can drop any rarity of godstone. Yes, that means that if you are level 40, you can just chill in the snake boss fight and kill it over and over again until you get a legendary godstone. Or level 10, or level 15. However high of a level you want to be when you fight the boss. You can get a legendary godstone at any point from that boss. And that works for all boss types. If you don't want to be bored while grinding, and I really recommend you do not burn yourself out and bore yourself to death playing this game, I highly recommend you fight a boss that's a little under your level. One that is a little on the tougher side for soloing, but really easy when you're in a group of like 3 people or more. The reason why I say that is because you always want to be progressing your account, whether that be getting better armor, better swords, better food. So that is why I say do it around your level, because when you get that armor that you grinded out, you will not have to get new armor for a while, and you can just rely on that for a long time, especially if it's magic tier, because you get a lot of different stat boosts with it. So for example, right now, I'd fight the Pirate King, which is just that giant shark guy over there. Editor, cue the music while I fight him. Maybe I am just really unlucky. I can't even get a godstone for the video I'm making. That is, oh my god. I guess that just shows you how rare a legendary godstone is. Again, if you just want to get stronger in Zenith, make sure you're at a high enough level for the content that you want to do. Your armor's at a bigger number than it was before. Your godstones are leveled, they have a higher rarity, because those are really important when it comes to dealing damage. And make sure you use them. Make sure you're using your godstones to their full potential. And make sure you have a bit of food. A bit more health, a bit more attack damage, a bit more crit chance, a bit more defense. It all helps in making you stronger and defeating those bosses that may be giving you issues, or those mobs, an event, just anything. I don't have much else to say. I guess I'll see you guys next time. And if you're ever on Wave Riders 3 US East and you see me, walk up to me and say, "Water is wet." That'll be the code for today's video. A few of you already came, and dude, I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm around at whack-ass hours in the day. I'll be right now in the plains sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just grinding, doing my thing. And I hope if you see this video, you come check out the server. It's pretty chill. If you want to get in my guild, guys, we play mainly on this server, and the password is password. So walk up to me and say password if you want in the guild. I feel so stupid saying that out loud. Well, I shouldn't keep this in the video. In fact, I think I'm gonna cut it right now. I swear to God, if Editor Son does not cut this, I'm going to shred him limb from limb. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.